Hi, welcome back to my channel and thanks for being here. We'll be talking inkjet printers today, so if you're interested, keep on watching. Gosh, these cats drive me crazy. Anyway, where was I? Yes, we had this old printer that was not wireless. It was connected to my husband's computer upstairs, and we could print to this printer. It's a brother, I think. No, it's Samsung. My son and we could print to this printer also if my husband's computer was on. This is something that you can set up through Apple. You don't have to have a wireless printer to be able to print from every computer in the house, but you had to have the main computer, which was my husband, on, and then you could print. I was just too cheap to buy a new wireless printer, printer, so you could print from your phone from anywhere. And then the cartridge ran out, and we bought a new cartridge. And that cartridge lasted for a long time because we do barely any printing. And frankly, often my son said, well, I would like a color print, but we didn't have color printers so for schoolwork. So, and then we let the cartridge run out, and the cartridge was empty, and nothing happened. And we tried to shake it a few times, and that didn't work either. So this printer was now empty. So we had the choice of buying a new cartridge for this old printer, or get a new printer with them. You know, new printers these days come with the mini cartridges that last for 50, 60, 100 sheets, and then you have to buy a new cartridge, but it's fine. I was aware of that. So I had the choice of buying a new laser printer, wireless laser printer, a black, don't call this because that's just, you have to remortgage your house when you buy new cartridges. Now in the past, I've been very vocal about not wanting inkjet printers because inkjet printers are, I believe, not very good when you don't print something regularly. If you let them sit for days and hours and weeks and whatever, months, and you don't print, the cartridges dry up, and the print heads will crust over. You know, these horror stories, whatever. Maybe that was the case millions of years ago when I had my first inkjet printer. I don't know. But my friend told me that she had this HP printer. Well, no, she told me it was an Epson printer, or I understood it was an Epson printer, so that there was a subscription that they would send you ink when your printer was empty. And I didn't really understand the whole thing, but I thought, you know what, I'll give it a try. So I went and bought a printer, and I bought an Epson printer because I thought, you know, Epson has this nice service.
And it was Staples, by the way. I don't like that store anymore. I don't know how it is in the States, but in Canada it seems they're all getting commission now, and you cannot leave that store without them wanting to sell you everything from insurances to cartridges. Do you have enough cartridges? Maybe you want more cartridges, and paper, and this, and that. Just no. I said no, leave me alone, but that's besides the point. That's just a side story.
Anyway, I went and bought an Epson printer. I wanted to get a cheap printer, and I came home with a $150 printer. Ask me something easier, but I wanted it to do all kinds of things. It was an all-in-one. This particular one was the Epson something 830. It has this automatic paper feeder at the top that will scan duplex. Like if you want to scan something, you can email it to you, or you can email it straight to Evernote, and you can print, and it's just fantastic and wonderful. And so I set this thing up, and fair enough, it was really easy to set into my network. Everything worked great. I was able to print from my phone, from any computer. Scanning, yeah, that's where it ended. It scanned okay, but every second scan had this long vertical line in it, and it wasn't debris or dirt in the scan. I know how printers work. I know how scanners work. I am responsible for a $50,000 machine in my work, and I know that there was no debris in the automatic feeder scanner thingy. I cleaned it anyway, but this was a line, an artifact that was created by some kind of a loose connection between either the wireless connection or the cable. I don't know, something was not kosher. So, and plus it took forever and ever and ever. And when I tried to scan, the scan went through and it took forever, and I had a coffee, and then I have another coffee and a tea, and I waited and I waited, and then I would get an error message to say it did not go through. No, that was a no-go. I did print a couple of things because I wanted to see how it printed, and I was quite impressed with the print. That said, the printer worked fine. It was a bit expensive, and I was already waffling about should I return this thing and get a cheaper Epson printer, because the whole scanning system is just not working for me. If I can find that same type of printer with 5 cartridges, one black and then cyan, magenta, and yellow, and another black that prints beautiful photos for $50, why would I spend 150 or 130, whatever it was, for the stupid scanning system that doesn't work? So I went online and I did my search. Automatic ink supply for Epson printers. Well, I came up empty because it turns out that Epson doesn't have that service. It's HP who has that service. HP in Canada and in the US, or let's say in the US and in Canada, has a service that's called Instant Ink. Certain HP printers, mostly the ones geared for personal household use, have the option to sign up with a service called Instant Ink. And I'm just going to read you quickly because I'm going to read it because that's better than me blabbing about it. HP Instant Ink acts like your own personal ink assistant. When you need ink, your printer automatically lets HP know to send more. For this, obviously, you need to be connected to a Wi-Fi network. HP, because they're not going to send little HP men in your house to check your printer at night when you're sleeping. HP Original Ink is delivered straight to your door before you run out, postal service. And only when you need it, no stockpiling. Plus, trying is risk-free. You can cancel anytime. Pick your plan. Okay, so here's the kicker. If you want to get this printer for only 15 pages a month, I don't know how this works, but let's say you only want to print 15 pages a month and you know you're going to not print more. It's free. They don't want any money. I don't know how that works, but whatever. The next plan up is the occasional printing plan, 50 pages per month for $3.99. We're talking Canadian here, so in American dollars it's probably 20 cents. And if you didn't print all of your 50 pages, you can carry over another 50 to the next month. Whoa. If you print more than 50 pages, 15 extra pages cost $1.25. So that's like less than 10 cents per, I don't know, I'm not good at math, you do the math. And then there's the moderate printing plan. You get 100 pages a month for $5.99 a month. Again, Canadian plus tax. And if you don't use them up, you can roll over the 100 pages. And if you use more than 100 pages, every set of 20 pages extra is another $1.25. Or if you're printing crazy and you're just like, oh my God, I'm printing everything, my life story, the Bible, I don't care what, 300 pages a month for $10.99, same thing. Roll over 300 unused pages, only 300. You can't like roll over 300 every month. You can't, doesn't work. And then 25 pages for $1.25 extra. So let's say you on the occasional printing plan that I have is $3.99 a month for 50 pages. If you print all 50 pages and you print one more, they charge you $1.25. Then you can print 14 more pages before they charge you another $1.25. So you gotta watch it, okay? But here's the nice thing. Everything costs the same. If you print a 4x6, if you print a big page with only little text, it's all the same. You print a whole 8.5 by 11 sheet with color, everything with color, same price. Same price, same price, same price, same price, same price, same price. Everything is same price. When you sign up, you get 3 months, 300 pages per month for free. So you can print 900 pages for free. 900 photos, 900 8.5 by 11 photos, 900 whatever you want, and they're not going to charge you. That's how I understand it. Don't quote me on it. I may be wrong. They may send me a lawyer if I do that, but there is a fantastic web interface that you log in. It logs into your printer and you can tell exactly how many pages you've printed. So you have full control of it. It's not how I understood at the beginning, that they're not checking the ink level on your printer only and send you ink every month. No, they actually, you pay per page. And that's exactly the same thing that happens in offices all around the world, that you make a contract with a company like Canon or Xerox or Toshiba, and you rent their printer from them, and then you print, they count the pages and you pay per page, but you never pay for a toner. When you're empty, they send you new toner for free. So you pay the cost of the machine and you pay the cost per page. And I think that's a great system. For us, this is exactly what we needed. Now, an inkjet printer, you need to print stuff every once in a while. That's my understanding, for not letting the ink dry up, or the printer heads gunk up, or whatever it is that gunks up with. It's the liquid in there. It's not powder. It's not a dust colored powder that just sits there for years and nothing happens to it. The ink is in a container, and once you break the seal, that ink probably can dry up. So with this system here, just print something, even if it's just print a picture, one picture a month, so that machine is, or a week, that machine is being utilized. And so that smallest $3.99 contract, I think it will work fine for us. The fact that we have a printer in the house now that works so well, it's interfaced with all iPads, iPhones, all the computers. You just print on demand. The machine is always on. It doesn't use a lot of energy, and you just print, and it starts up and it prints. By the way, it's called the HP Envy 4520, and I'm not going to show you that machine right now because it's big ass machine, and I'm not gonna hold it in front of you. I'm gonna show you a picture of it just to get an idea. So what happened is I returned the Epson and bought the HP Envy. Now, there's a problem. Of course, there's always a problem. We know that there's always a problem. The HP does not have 5 ink tanks like the Epson. The HP has 3 colors: cyan, yellow, and magenta, and a black. And you cannot get the same depth, the same richness, the same everything from a photographic print with just 4 inks. It just doesn't work. Okay. This is the print that came out of the Epson. Okay, I'm holding it so that, okay. This is the first print that came out of the HP. So you see what I mean with the blacks being not as black. There's just no comparison. And I don't know if you're going to pick up on that, but there's a lot more warmth in this HP Envy. It's almost orange. The picture's almost orange. This is a print right. This is right on the machine. This is a picture I took on the Coca-Cola this winter. Okay, and I felt it was kind of warm, so I color corrected it, and now I think it's too blue. So I guess you have to see how you can correct your images before you print them the way you like them. And they give you 300 prints for free, so you can print. I mean, it's photo paper, but photo paper costs money too. But you can get the cheap. This is the cheap photo. 100 sheets of this is like $12. All right. So what we add right now is that something in the eye. If you want to buy a printer for photos, you need a printer that has more than 4 inks. That's just a given. You need more than 4 to print a nice enough picture. But these inkjet printers guzzle ink. They are hogs, ink hogs. And ink is not cheap. Actually, it's really expensive, and that's one of the reasons why I never wanted to buy an inkjet printer. I wanted a laser printer, but the new laser printer, the cartridges are like in $100. Like you pay between $80 to $150 for a laser printer cartridge. So that's not cheap either, but they last a little bit longer. Anyway, okay, here's the thing. If you need an occasional printer in the house, with this HP Instant Ink business, you can now buy a $50 printer, because the one I bought was $50, a $50 printer, and for $3.99 plus tax a month, you are able to print over 500 pages a year without ever having to buy another cartridge, which sounds really interesting to me. Now, if you are an occasional printer, schoolwork for your child, the occasional thing, a contract, a letter, something that you have to print, this is a great system. If you want a printer to print photographs, don't get the HP. It's not able to produce quality images. They're okay. You know what? They're okay. You're going to give that to your grandma and she's going to love it. You print a picture of yourself and your friend because it was so fun, and you want to have a memory. You want to email it, mail it. You want to glue it on your forehead. I don't know. This works. This is great. This is great fun. It's cheap. It's easy. It's wonderful. But if you want to print photographs, you need to get a Canon or an Epson. Just don't get the HP. If you print a lot, and I'm talking massive amounts, I'm talking you print every day, you can buy a $300, $400, $500, $600 machine that has a ink tank, and then you buy little bottles and you fill it in yourself. But that's like for an office environment. That's for people with like family of 10 children and all need schoolwork done. If you're a massive printer, then you can get one of those. But I would be cautioning the photo printers, because as far as I can tell, those ink tank machines, they don't have more than 4 inks either. So there may be some that do, but anyway. But it's nice to know that you have a color printer in the house that you can use anytime, and it costs you $3.99 a month after the initial $50 investment for the machine itself. You can get a more expensive one, but if you're an occasional printer like me, you don't need to. The 4520, the HP Envy 4520 is all you really need. Does it print nice text? Yes. Could it print better? Yes. Do you need better? No. So there. Maybe you learned something new. Maybe this is helpful to you too. This is available in the US, in Canada, and I believe it's also available in the UK, but I'm not sure. Google. You can find out. You don't need me to tell you that. So yeah, thanks again for being here. It was great to see you again. Thanks for watching. And with this, happy printing and tschüss.
We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service at this time.